So what would you do to raise awareness for something you're truly passionate about? Would you walk around Tasmania, circumnavigate it? Father and son team Chris and Kelvin Linton are. They want everyone to know about the reality of mental illness and bipolarity and the stigma that's attached to it. Today they're halfway through their circumnavigation walk around Tasmania and they've had a bit of a hero's welcome in Latrobe. So what is it like to actually walk around Tasmania? Let's find out. Chris Linton, welcome to Drive.
Hey, how are you doing today?
So you've had a bit more of a big welcome than you expected, I hear.
Yeah, I expected maybe just a couple of newspapers or a couple of clicks of cameras, but actually we had several TV stations and lots of papers and lots of people. There must have been 400 or 500 people there, yeah.
Now you and Kelvin have broken a record today, haven't you, in the arrival in Latrobe?
Yeah, that's right. We've achieved 2 world records. The first one is the youngest person ever to walk across Tasmania at age 14, and the second one is the first father and son team to walk across Tasmania.
So what made you decide to do this circumnavigation of Tasmania?
I was diagnosed with bipolar disorder about 2 months ago, have suffered with depression, and the ill effects of that is lots of highs and lots of lows and starting businesses and losing businesses. And I just wanted to do something to bring awareness to it. There's too much suicide, teenage suicide, etc. So I wanted to do something. I have diabetes. I thought I should go walking, and I looked at Tasmania and said, why not Tasmania? I did some research and found out that nobody had ever walked the perimeter of Tasmania, so decided to do that.
Is it finding out that you've got bipolar disease where you are in your life now, is that a late diagnosis or is it something that's been lurking there that just hasn't ever been properly diagnosed?
I was aware that something wasn't quite right, especially with the depression and spending, 1 or 2 weeks in bed and not being able to get up and do anything. As I said, when I have businesses coming to a peak, and then when the depression hits, not being able to make the right decisions and losing my businesses. So, I've been aware of it for a good 20 years, and it's only been recently that I've had a label put on it, and it's a great relief to have that professional assistance.
Chris Linton, do you think sometimes undertaking a big quest like the circumnavigation of Tasmania, in some ways the bigness of it mirrors the extent of helplessness and frustration you can feel when you're dealing with things like bipolar disease and depression?
I'm sorry, once again?
So the bigness of your lifelong struggle with depression and now being diagnosed with bipolar disease, you've made a very big decision to walk around Tasmania. Do you think it mirrors sometimes the helplessness? You're taking that back by doing something as big as walking around the state?
Oh, it's possible. Yeah.
I mean, that's a big decision to make in terms of what do you do when you get diagnosed? Well, you're just going to walk around Tasmania.
It could be one of my highs. I just don't know, because I live with this bipolarism all the time, so it's all natural to me. So maybe this is one of my highs, walking around Tasmania. I don't know, but here it is, and I'm glad that I'm able to do it and bring some awareness to some of the issues that we're trying to bring to the public. Yeah.
Chris, what's it been like actually doing the walk? Give us a description of a sort of average day on the road.
We wake up probably 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning, and depending whether it's rained or not, we pack our gear into a walking cart that we have, which is about 125 kgs, and we push the cart around Tasmania. We try to have a good, healthy breakfast. We don't like to stop for lunch. We eat as we go, because when you stop for half an hour, it's really hard to get going again. The old bones get all seized up. And we get really, really tired, so it's really difficult also to have a meal at night. So you have to force yourself to eat, because you know that you have to get up in the morning and do it all over again. So there's a routine that goes on that you have to stick to.
And have you had to walk along formed roads in terms of doing the circumnavigation? Has that been one of the things that's been hard to sort of get around the perimeter without having to go to bush?
Well, we've done it all, actually. We've been on paved roads, and Tasmania has quite a few narrow roads, and some of them don't have shoulders. So it's been extremely difficult with traffic. We've tried to be as safe as possible. We've been through some forestry roads where they've buckled our wheels, and wheels have come off, and we have to get locals to help us put the wheels back on. And we just recently went along a forest track. So we've done a bit of everything, actually.